And this leads us to look at the bigger picture. And speaking of the bigger picture, let's talk about worldwide. Over 264 million people suffer from depression and anxiety worldwide. That's crazy. And again, going back to our definition of what depression and anxiety mean together, right? The loss of interest or pleasure in activities, leading people to isolate themselves. And this takes us to the next chapter of this, right? Which is loneliness. I feel like we don't talk enough about loneliness. It's like this huge ball of cycle, right? Like you're feeling unhappy, you're feeling sad, you're feeling hopeless, you feel depressed, then you isolate yourself because you don't want to associate. You don't find pleasure in any of these things that people are doing. And then you feel lonely because at the end of the day, we need a community. And then after that, it gives us anxiety to even go out in public because we haven't done it in so long. And we're scared of the future. And we're still living in the past. So it's like this ball of cycle. That's why I call it the trifecta, because they usually come all together. And the definition of loneliness is a subjective feeling of isolation or lack of connection with others. In the Atlas of the Heart, Brené Brown talks about this emotion being the place that we go when we are seeking connection. We are social beings. We seek connection with others. And in Atlas of the Heart, there's a quote and it says, "True belonging is the spiritual practice of believing in and belonging to yourself so deeply that you can't share your most authentic self with the world and find sacredness in both being a part of something and standing alone in the wilderness. True belonging doesn't require you to change who you are. It requires you to be who you are." Loneliness has become one of the global's public concerns. 1 out of 5 people state that they feel lonely or have felt lonely in their lifetime. In the book, How to Know a Person, the author truly focuses on the power of being seen, heard, valued, and understood. Like you can be in a room full of family and people that love you and care for you, but still feel so fucking lonely because you're not being seen. And it's not a space that you can be vulnerable in. How much do you accept yourself? Do you like spending time with yourself? Is being alone a problem for you? Are you willing to be authentically you? Because that's the only way that you will truly fit in and belong somewhere. When we are creating all these illusions and characters of who we're supposed to be and how we're supposed to act, people love us for that. But deep down, we're still unhappy because we don't feel seen. We're playing a character. It's not us. So the more authentically that we show up, and that's why I'm such a proud founder of GS for Growth and all the content that we create on the Strong Sunflowers podcast, like truly helping people be authentically themselves. And then when people truly love you for that, that's true belonging. You belong here because I love you, good, bad, mediocre. I love you. You don't have to put on a show for me. And when it comes to loneliness, we really have to start from the beginning. We have to create that space within ourselves first. We really need to get comfortable being alone. You literally don't need anybody. And at the same time, you need people, but you need the right people, right? Because again, we can do it on our own, but it truly takes a field because we're sociable creatures. We want the field to be by our side. But if the field is not good for us, then we won't grow the way that we need to. If you guys are enjoying this kind of content, make sure you watch the full video right over here. Thank you so much. I love you guys, and I'll catch you guys here. Ciao.